a lot of distance traveled here so far. And look at this.
Hey,
let's go. We're going up north. I mean, there's still a lot of unplayable territory in there, but at least it's not in the south. At least it's not military. This one should be. It's something that we haven't seen in a while. Something we haven't seen in this tournament, really.
And I really like the finishes up by the airplane area. There's a lot of good terrain to work with up there. So a lot of trees and foliage that you can utilize as well. And this is what I was worried about. There's a few places. This isn't Gatka. This is over by the crossroads. Over by it's a museum now. I think we got two on you now. Oh, they just missed.
Oh, he's got jukes for days.
No. Escaliso, Nick got a gun. Well, that's just not fair.
Well, you cheated. Oh, he pays the price.
Oh, Nick. Boy, he's going to return the favor, trying to get another. Isn't able to find it, but that's going to be Nick 101. This is pretty hilarious.
Ferox, man. Ferox has been having a tough go of things in the early games here recently. As Homeboy has only got 3 bullets left. He wants to use at least one of those to finish off that kill. Okay, he's going to get it. And he'll get his very own buggy, as looks like Duckman's is just going to go and loot him up, I guess. I don't know. Look at Tinoy is going to get spotted out as well. So what is going on? We're scrapping early and often here on Erangel.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be this intense at the beginning. I guess Fury kind of with the plane path decided they didn't want to go down towards the southern part of the map, and instead they're just going to challenge GC up in Yasnaya, and so far they did get one out of it, and it's with the circle. It's going to be really interesting to see what they're going to do, how they're going to get out of the city. I would expect Fury to just come out around the northern part of Yasnaya. And GC should be able to control that western bridge. But as I say that, I see Myth making a break for it.
Yeah, that would probably be the easiest thing for them to do. Myth looks like they might be, at this point, I think they'd just probably send it up over the river, maybe go and take that intersection compound, the one just south of Severny, where the 3 roads meet. That would be a decent place for them to hold down as 3. Well, we're going to check on Cerberus. They're coming through just south of Everest. And we'll see if they stop on the top of the mountain and take a look around first. They may spot out somebody from MSC. They're not careful. Meanwhile, Archangel Predator way, way off in Primorsk. So they've got a long rotation ahead of them.
Yeah, but plenty of time to make it. That's the good news for them. They will come in late, so it's going to be most likely an edge play game for them as they come in through this. Same with Buriram. But Buriram is a team that I've noticed plays pretty well on the edges. They take fights pretty well. Individually very talented team. Archangel Predator has been playing out of their damn minds recently. They're really, really starting to put it all together. And here we go. Fury is ended up going up north. And you can see there's a Gex A lone player trying to do the same.
Yeah, poor Loxlock. He's just going to hear those vehicles and just pull away, go by the cliffside. Should be safe for now, though, unless Golden Cat decides to stop here and take shots at him, in which case he is not okay, and he's going to get exploded. Six Sack's going to get credit for that one. But GEX Ace has not had the best finals here so far. And what? Oh, no, Levi's. What happened?
Oh, no. This is over on the western part of George, is where I don't know what happened there. That must have been a vehicle rollover.
Yeah, it's got to be a bike or something here. As we check on BA Elite, just behind Victim FTF, and FTF's going to make it across first. They're going to stop. They're going to take the shot. Teddy going to get low. Boss going to trade back and forth here. Teddy has gone down. They lost the trade with that one, but they win the trade over the other side. And oh my God, BA Elites gets absolutely roasted.
That is chestnuts on an open fire right there, Poro. That was pretty easy there for Victim FTF. So continuing their strong Erangel campaign today as we are moving up north, and nobody's really gone for the very center part of this circle, Poro. This actually surprises me just a little bit. There, a lot of teams will favor that area that you can see in between North George and the shooting range, where there is no teams currently. So pretty fascinating that no one's really tried to make a move in there just yet.
BA Elites may never want to play Erangel again here. They have not had a lot of luck as they were getting crashed repeatedly yesterday early. In. They ended up winning one, but losing the other. Is now Fury going to be engaging with Myth in the northern or very southern tip of Severny here. Julio gets taken down by Insight. Good shooting there. Duckmans is the last player up for Myth. So Hamboya and Esquilisa already got picked off here, and now Insight's going to spot Duckmans out. And for once, I don't think I've seen this at all at this tournament. Duckmans being the last player alive for his team.
Well, I think what happened here was Myth decided to push all the way up to Severny because they were a little short on loot because of that early situation they had with Ferox that lost them a lot of their early looting time. So I think they pushed all the way up into Severny, but unfortunately for them, the Fury boys had the same idea. So Duckman's going to try to snake it out somehow. There's not a lot of great stuff that you can do as a solo snake in this part of the map. There just isn't those cities that you can kind of hide in and just wait it out. This is a lot of, it's depending on where the next circle goes, but a lot of exposed territory.
There are a lot of shacks, though.
True.
So you can survive in that way. As we see, Yelly gets taken low, as I believe GEX Ace was trying to do a 2-2 split here between gas station and the hill, but Victim FTF pushing hard and heavy right onto that gas station, forcing them to pull back. Unfortunately for them, they do get away in time, as we see Burium finally making their way into the circle on the very southern half. Meanwhile, a lot of teams just over here by the river. Let's see, what, 4 or 5 teams all in one spot over here, and Georgia Pool is actually looking like it's about to get pretty crowded as well.
Now imagine if this hard shift south turns into a 50-50. That would be absolutely brutal.
Agent of Chaos over here. Imagine if it cuts all the way west. I want to see a Zarky circle.
Me too.
Let's go. I also really love circles that end around the North George fields. But I haven't seen one of those in a while. We'll have to see what's going to know as the circle is going to finish. And where are we going? Uh-oh, I lost it. I didn't see.
Went north, I believe. I think I caught it just for a second.
North Central. All right. That's not too bad. Oh, hey, Leo. What? Hey, Leo, turtle. What? Golden Cat, what are you doing? What are you... No. No, that's not how you seat swap.
Nope, that's that was some great shooting. You can't take that away from the Divine Boys, but not the most effective bridge push strategy. And now AAP is going to have to rethink their plans.
No.
They were kind of lining up behind it to maybe try to be the next ones across, but for now, they're just going to.
I can tell you what not to do. You don't creep through. That's a full team sandwich going 3 miles an hour, peeking your head out the window. Okay. Golden Cat over here on the other side. Who was? I thought that was Golden Cat that just got flushed out. Who was it?
No, it was QC.
It was QC. QC 4 Horsemen. They're both orange.
G and Q
crazy.
And the G and the Q look a heck of a lot alike.
That is true. We got GC and then there's QC. and they're both orange. So screw us, I guess, right? As we're going to try to take a look at Thong K. Thong K was a force to be reckoned with during the group stages. And yesterday wasn't the best day for Golden Cat, but they've turned things around here so far today. They had a good game. Despite going out early, they still managed to pull together 11 kills on in game number 1 here. They've got VTR underneath their eyes, but not taking any shots and waiting too long now as Shabrit's going to come up over the top, take a few shots as well.
Yeah, I think the the boys here, the GC boys, are just trying to. They were just trying to watch what VTR was going to do and maybe wait and see if somebody does, exposes themselves just enough. They know, I believe they're pretty aware that they have, I think it's VTF up behind them in the back. So I think they were just trying to play it safe because they didn't want to get, third partied, but that might happen now inevitably.
All right, let's check in as MSC Theraton make their way out of Georgia Pole. They're running into Cerberus. Cerberus has the hillside here, but they are in a 2-2 split between these hills and Cube just off to the east. So Cerberus is going to be dragged in two different directions here as Godmouth's going to go down immediately to Tycon. The bridge camp still in full effect. Tycon's going to try to take some shots over towards Edie. Not going to get him as Canaxi will pull him off. Burium loses one in the process. Now what's going to happen is Edie going to find Hisaki as well. Holy smokes, Edie showing up. Oh, but he's going to get taken down by Bong.
It's a battle of two titans right here. Right now, Cerberus had the defender's advantage. That's got stolen. You can see Subong right away turns and looks over at that like, come on, bro. What's up? I did all the work for that one. Oh, is he's going to have to pull the trigger here. Maybe he's just being pretty patient. The other members of Cerberus not really maybe able to get an angle on this. They want to, I'm sure, be able to get Hisaki back up and running. So this is watching. That's like one of those things where I'm just like, just shoot. You've got him. Just shoot.
Yeah. I think Subong was trying to make sure that MSC wasn't going to push on them. He had immediate vision, so I believe the res was going to come through from another teammate. He was just making sure that MSC didn't try to do anything sneaky there. Is now AAP, as you said, trying to make their way across the bridge. They're going to run in to the Divine camp. Divine already picked up a full squad wipe off of this. I'm not sure if they're the ones that got Mad Dog and Killa, but they have their eyes here on CJ and Aljabots.
Yeah, this is. There's not a lot of good options for Archangel Predator in this situation. The only really the option that you don't want to do that actually might have been the best in this situation, of course, they have no idea of knowing this, is making like a really long rotation back over to Razak and trying to cut through that way. But regardless, maybe they felt confident that they could bust this encampment that Divine has set up, but so far it hasn't really panned out that way.
Algebot's doing a good job staying alive for right now as CJ is in the city. Looks like Divine might actually be pulling off of this as well. We check in on Victim FTF. They've got control over the eastern edge of this circle, taking a few shots over towards Head Kick as Ferox is down to just one. The Ferox boys having a really rough go of things, trying to make it into mid and late game with 4 up. They've just not been able to do it very often. Head Kick now, I think the last one. Yeah, he's the last player remaining here.
Yeah, it's been a struggle here for Ferox. They kind of came out and got that kill from Nick 101. He jumped out. CJ is going to get Alio. And because Divine is pulling out. So this is maybe going to open up a bit of a door for Archangel, but gosh, there's so much work they have to do to get in that circle. It's so far away. They're in the blue already. They've been tanking it for quite a while, using up a lot of meds. I don't know how much longer they can make it.
It looks like they do have a vehicle there as Algenbot's going to hop in, and you can see how low Levi's and Turtle are coming out of this circle, and they're running right into BA Next. BA Next not taking the shots just yet, as it looks like they happen to come in right as they were moving out of that compound. Levi's going to get taken low, but he's going to get forced over onto the cliff. Stays alive for now. Turtle, meanwhile, stops up, gets the heal off in the compound, but he's still in the blue. And BA Next has multiple lines of sight, multiple angles onto this. New circle pops. It's going to go north, so they won't have too far to go if they can make their way out of this fight. You can already see Divine with 6 kills, feeling really good about themselves, but can they make their way out of this mess?
Well, if they do, that's going to be incredibly, incredibly impressive. Over to the GC boys in that fight that I was worried about that would eventually happen with VTF rolling up on their backside. They're just going to splatter 6 sacks there. They knew exactly where they knocked him. Magsonis down as well. Tonke forced to back off into a shelter, and that is 99.9% of the time death.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't want to be there. He is getting a little bit of protection from Fury from long range here, as well as head kick will get spotted out, so that'll be Ferox going out in 14th place. Meanwhile, Divine Turtle is going to get spotted. The combination of Savior and Rain going to finish him off. Meanwhile, Levi's, what can you do? Can you get anything done? He gets taken to about 20 HP as BA Next just wants to finish this guy off before they make their way into circle. And I don't blame them at all. Every point counts. Spots out Savior. Doesn't get him down, though.
Ooh, he's going to chunk hard now. He's going to go right for the first aid right away. Then he's going to try to peek up and over again, see if he can get something. But there's a lot of players waiting for him. Quick look, knows where they are, goes for the spray. Nothing really connecting. I have to think about going for another first aid in a second. But man, BA Next. No fear here, just going to collapse on top of him, take him down, steal his stuff, and then get into the circle.
Yeah, I mean, look, every point is valuable here. The circle's moving slow enough to where they could most likely get out of it. So they wanted to make sure that they flushed that out. They have the entire northwestern side of themselves now as we cheat. Victim FTF coming up over the top. Teddy going to find life. And Mon will get the flush here as GEX Ace under intense pressure from VTF right now. Only the duo.
Yeah, but 6 kills. So a pretty solid round. Mon's going to get found out there by McCrit. Good shooting with that SLR. Teddy's just going to send it. It's vehicle time. This is falling apart for them. The push lasted as long as it could. Tong is in the blue, and his vehicle is on fire, and a lot of people are shooting at him. That is going to be, it is going to be Fury's Jukesy taking him down.
Well, it was always probably going to be Fury. They knew exactly where he was. Tong tried to get in the vehicle and make a wrap around, but unfortunately for him, Fury did not have any need to move. They could still hang out on these hills just on the northeastern side here. And we could see the southwestern side getting absolutely bananas here, as it looks like Cerberus, MSC, BA Next, Gex Ace, everybody just kind of collapsing onto each other. And MSC is already down 2, and Duckmans, as Jenku going to spot out M0, but not going to get enough shots to get the down here. He's going to try to go for the heal. Yoshiminburi trying to provide him some support, but he's going to get taken very low as well. Vinotica is going to bleed off. Yoshiminburi is going to go down. It's all down to Jenku, and he's going to get spotted out by Subong. Cerberus coming over at just the right time.
Yeah, good movement here from Cerberus, taking advantage of the third party. Now they've got the high ground on top of BA Next if they want to utilize it. And there's our next circle. It goes a little bit south. You can see Fury's making their move right into the middle of the circle, pretty much completely uncontested because of all these fights.
Nobody even shooting at him.
There's nobody.
Unbelievable. You figured VTR or Sadies would maybe take a few shots here and there, but nothing coming out. Is now, it looks like Tycon, you can accidentally shoot Subong in the back of the head while he's getting the down onto M0. Things maybe getting a little bit confused here for Cerberus, and Savior going to come up over the top at just the right time. Cerberus down to 2, falling apart here as the push comes out from BA Next, and this is aggression that we're seeing of BA Next, and we like it. M0 down, Rain is low, but Savior and K-Bites pushing in, wanting to finish off this Cerberus squad.
Yeah, I love the confidence here from Next. Once they smelled blood, they pushed hard. No let up. They put the foot on the gas, and away they went, and they were able to do some quality work against an incredible squad here. This might be bad guy going down. He has no health. There is going to be the crit from Gex A on the back. That's going to take him down. Good push there from BA Next against a very strong team, of course. And now they have a little more work to do. I think they're going to want to maybe consider trying to bop Gex Ace out of their way and kind of secure that southwestern part of the circle for themselves.
Yeah, they've got to be a little bit mad at Gex Ace here because they stole about 3 of their kills as Teddy is going to get spotted out by his sister team, Samoy from Victim Rise. That's going to be it for FTF. Victim Rise still 4 strong coming out of the shooting range. They've got Sadie's still 4 strong coming from the north side, and Fury working the hills in the middle, still 4 up. A lot of 4 up squads. BA Next as well, as looks like Duckman's still alive. Gex Ace lost 1. But it looks like they might be going for the res here as the circle finishes collapsing.
Ooh, Juxie's going to trade with a member of Sadie's. Smokes immediately out. No hesitation here from the Fury boys. And we're waiting to see if we're going to be able to get up to him. A grenade from Ronan. Going to finish off Arbiter. So this is going to be pretty challenging. Fury, an incredibly strong team. VTR now getting in on this. So the Fury boys, now they've got a couple different angles that teams are shooting at them from. Let's see if they can hold this off.
Oh, yeah. Fury getting surrounded on all sides right now. They're getting pushed from the north by Sadie's, from the west by BA Next, and from the east by VTR. The only place that's not pressuring them right now is their direct south. As the circle pops, Sadie's getting a little bit the most favor here. They did lose one in their exchange with Fury. Fury hasn't lost anybody just yet, I don't think. They're getting the res right now onto Luke 12 as Victim Rise starts to make their way in. Duckman's going to come alive. He's going to find McCrit and win that 1v1 just barely. Going to make sure he gets that point. Yep, then turn around and see if he can stay alive a little bit longer.
Well, there's the good news for him is right now a lot of other teams are kind of busy with other stuff. That being said, I see a couple members of BA Next coming up the hill. It looks like they're going to try to work their way down and sweep it as they try to rotate in. But they've got Fury in front of them. I don't know if this is quite the right play unless they get on top of Fury right now. Because, Juxie does go down, so actually Fury's getting sandwiched. So this is going to relieve some of the pressure here for Next as Rain was knocked as he tried to push towards Fury.
It looks like they're going to try to wait to get the res on the Rain, and Savior is going to find inside over the top. Ronan going to try to save the shots back, but it's not going to be enough to get the down, as I believe Ronan is the last player up now for Fury. And here comes BA Next. They're going to make the push. Ronan not going out without a fight, though. He's going to get the down and the flush onto M0. One more point in the pot for Fury, but eventually he will go down to K-Bytes. Now BA Next, 9 kills, 3 up, coming from the southwestern side.
Yeah, turned out to work out really, really well for them with that split they tried. Duckmans is going to get found out by Chabrit, and now it's up to the solo snake of Gex Ace's Yelly. See if he can get away in, see if he can get some more placement points for them.
Sadie's in a really strong position here. They have the center of the circle. They've still got 3 up, but only 1 kill here, as they need to start making things happen. They want to get a few more points, go out with a measure of dignity, as they got their first 2 points in game number 1 today. Maybe they can rustle together a win here, as Genfoss is slowly bleeding out for VTR. It looks like Kamals is going to try to go for the res. Meanwhile, Chabrit keeping that high ground angle as long as he can before being eventually forced to push down.
Well, Sadie's has a nice position, but there are 2 teams, kind of depending on what they want to do, of 4 that they're going to have to contend with. Could just be a little bit overwhelming for them, depending on what happens. Ooh. You can see they're sending it down the hill as VTR, taking up a 1-2-1 split for now, as Chabrit's coming down the hill now to maybe kind of regroup and solidify their line here.
It's absolutely crazy to me. We've 10 alive, 3 teams left, and it's only Circle 7. We still have technically 2 more circles to go here as this thing tries to play out. As Victim Rise, a good angle, good flank here from Samoy, trying to see if he can find a line of sight onto Sadie's. Not going to get it, though, as he's now outside of circle. He'll have to reposition just a little bit. Sadie's, you can see, spreading out wide as well, but they're not really finding many lines of sight onto these guys either. Yuri had a little bit of something onto Victim Rise for a second, but once the repositions came out, there was nothing left to be had.
Yeah, that hill is just tall enough that Victim Rise can kind of sit behind it for right now. Yuri is going to be an important part of Sadie's defense here. He's running with the bolt action. He's got that Car 98. So if he can get a knock or 2, that can really open up a ton of space for Sadie's. Because you get that first knock, what ends up happening is then, you know, the team is forced to try to get the res a lot of times, and that means you're basically going from a 4v3 to a 2v3.
Look at the flank coming out from Chabrit here. Really heads up play from him. He's just outside of circle at that shack, but he might have some kind of line of sight here onto Sadie's. Here we go. It's starting to pop off. BA Next trying to make the push. Sadie's going to find 1. They're going to find 2. They're going to find all of them. BA Next is taken out clean as a whistle between the combined forces of Sadie's and VTR is now VTR. It's still 4 up. They've got a line onto Yuri. Jen Foss has gone down, though.
Yeah, I think this is all she wrote for Sadie's. A really, really good round for them so far. Obviously the best round we've seen from them, but I don't know if UKL has a a 4v1 or a 3v1 depending on this. He takes a bunch of
Shabrit.
damage. Yeah, Shabrit's just gonna finish it. Victim Rise